All right, good evening, fifth graders. Tonight's going to be a night where we're going to be rounding. Okay, we did some rounding with Stan the fisherman the other night. Tonight we're going to be estimating. Okay, so we have to round a little bit. Just keep in mind when using this word estimating, we're making the problem easier. Okay, so if you didn't estimate, if you didn't round enough, you're not making the problem easier. So then you're obviously probably not doing it correctly. And I'll be showing you as we go on tonight what I mean by that. But before we get going with that, let's do a couple of these practice problems. I know you've been seeing this in your math box every night. It's pretty basic. It's pretty simple, okay? If you want to press pause right now, because I'm going to work out all these problems, go ahead and press pause, try and figure these out, and see how you did. Right away, we've got 8 times 4. That equals 32. Once again, 8 times 4 is 32. Then I count how many zeros. We have 1 0. So we have 320. That's all we're doing, kids. Once again, 8 times 4, we have 32. Then I count the zeros. I have 1. My bad. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Then I count my places. 1, 2, 3, comma. 32,000. Move on over here. 60 times 2, I'm just going to take a look at the 2 and the 6. I get the number 12. Because 6 times 2 is 12. I count the 0. I have 1 0. 60 times 20. I just take a look at the single digits first. 6 times 2 is 12. Go ahead and count the zeros. I have 2 zeros. I have 1,200. 60 times 200. I don't expect you to know this huge number, but if you break it down to 6 times 2, you get the number 12. Count the zeros. 1, 2, 3. 3 spots. Yes, or a comma. And kind of move this over so we can do this bottom problem here. 30 tens. Okay, you see this in your math box tonight and you're kind of wondering, what does that mean? All this means is 30 times 10. Well, 3 times 1 is 3. How many zeros? We have 2 zeros. 300. Perfect. Let's keep on moving along. A couple problems here. I love pictures, as you probably noticed the last couple of nights. So we'll take a look at this picture right here. Mom made 510 cupcakes for the bake sale. 226 sold in 2 days. About how many cupcakes are left? Okay. We have 510. And I want you estimating right now, okay? So we have 510. And I have 226 were sold. So I want to know how many are left. Okay, that means we're not going to be adding these two numbers, okay? Because some are sold, so some are gone. I'm going to take 510. I'm going to round this down to 500. This is why. See this 10 right here? Just like Stan the fisherman, right? That 1 is less than 5, so I'm going to take the 500 and leave it at 500. And make this a 500. Then I have 226. I'm going to round this to the nearest 100. This 2 right here, I'm talking about, so 226. I'm going to write it again for you. This 2 is less than 5, which means I'm going to keep the 2, so this will be 200. So when I'm writing this out, 500 plus 200 equals 700. One thing you're going to notice in your assignment tomorrow is they're going to ask, is your number in the tens, hundreds, thousands, or 10,000s? Well, that got kind of confusing. 10,000s. They're going to ask you that. Well, 700 would put it in the thousands place, right? I'm going to go ahead and copy that so I have that on every slide. Copy that. So what you would do is you would circle it in the hundreds because it's 700. Let's look and see what I have for other pictures here. Got some buttons. Ron and Amanda collected 497 buttons, but they used 177 of them while fixing some jackets. About how many buttons do they have now? Okay, so they have 497. This 9 right here, so 4, I better use a different color so you can see it. 497. This 9 right here is going to make that 4 round up to a 500. 177 were used. 177. Well, this 7 right here is going to round this 1 up to a 2, so we have 200. So once again, it looks like we have 700 again. We have 500 plus 200 equals 700. That's what our magnitude estimate is. Then if you see this on your page where you have to circle where would your estimate be, it'd be in the hundreds again. Yes, we got some Chihuahuas. Tim, Caleb, and Michael collected 988 Chihuahuas. I'm not sure where they're collecting that many Chihuahuas, but that'd be a great time. But 165 got lost in the couch. But how many Chihuahuas do they have now? Choose the better estimate. Let's kind of take a look down here. I want to see what this other picture is. That's awesome. All right, we'll keep going here. So I have 989 Chihuahuas. I have 165 got lost. Got to round these numbers. Well, this 8 right here is going to round this 9 up to a 10, which means I have 1,000 Chihuahuas. I'm going to round it. This 165, this 6 right here, I have to round this 1 up to 200. 1,000 minus 200. How many Chihuahuas do they have now? They have 800 Chihuahuas. That's still a ton of Chihuahuas. So if we're looking at our magnitude estimate bar, our answers are going to be in the hundreds again. 237 of Lizzie's 609 screws got lost in the garage. But how many screws does she have now? Okay, we're going to take these numbers, 237. And then we have 609. Okay. With around the 3, we have to change the 2. 3 is less than 5, so that means I'm going to keep the 2 the same and make this 200. This 0 right here is going to cause my 6 to stay the same because it's not above a 5. So I have 600. I'm not subtracting 200 minus 600. You have to read the problem. 237 of Lizzie's 600. So she has 600 to start with. She lost 200 of them. So she has 400 left. Your magnitude estimate bar, and I'll show you what these look like at the end, would be in the hundreds again. All right, we got a bullet train. We got Mount Fuji. 882 passengers are on the train. 660 get on a train. How many are left? Get on a train. Ooh. How many are left at the train station? So we have 882. 882. I got a round. This is bigger than 5, so that changes this 8 to a 900. 660. Once again, 660. This 6 right here is bigger than 5, so it's going to change this to a 700. Okay. So we have 900 at the train station. 700 get on a train. About how many are left at the train station? We're going to subtract these two, and we're going to get 200. So on my magnitude estimate bar, once again, we're in the hundreds. When you have your practice day, you are going to have some answers in the tens, some answers in the thousands, some in the 10,000s. So keep that in mind. Okay, let's take a look at this problem. Now we got some numbers working on here. We have 5. 5 times, looks like we have a tree house here. Okay, I want to buy 5 tree houses for $172.40. How are we going to do this? Well, we're going to keep the 5, okay? And let's round this number. Take a look at the 7. We're going to round it up because this number is greater than 5, so this will be 200. 5 times 200. Well, 5 times 2 is 10. Let's count the zeros, just like our practice. 2 zeros. So our answer is 1,000. So on our magnitude estimate bar, we'd be circling 1,000. Look at this more ninja. Pretty sweet. All right, we'll keep going here. I want 3 of these for this heck of a deal. This 2 right here, we're going to keep this 1 at a 100 because the 2 is not greater than 5. 3 times 100 is 300. So on my magnitude estimate bar, you see how all my math is being pretty easy. It's 100. Time it's going to look like this. Here's your magnitude estimate bar that I'm talking about. Okay. So in this example here, they took 14. They rounded it down to 10 because this 4 is less than 5. 17, they rounded up to 20. 10 times 20 is 200, so they're circling the hundreds. This will make sense for tomorrow. Okay. Once again, if you have any questions in class, I'll help you out. Hopefully you enjoyed the pictures a little bit. All right. Look forward to seeing you tomorrow.